News Center 7 keeps asking questions about a 7-year-old boy's death, and his remains wound up along the side of the road. I'm James Brown.
And I'm Gabrielle Enright. Police found Herschel Creechbaum's remains Saturday, but they believe he'd been dead for weeks. Police said Herschel's mother's boyfriend, Michael Kendrick, first reported him missing, but then admitted dumping Herschel's body. Now Kendrick and Herschel's mom face various charges.
News Center 7's John Bedell has worked this story since last weekend, and John is live in the News Center. John, you looked into the state law, which said who should have looked into people's concerns when they were concerned about Herschel's welfare before he died.
I did, James and Gabby. I spent all day working my sources on this, and here's what I found. I talked to 4 lawyers who deal with child welfare cases. They all told me any concerns people voice to children's service agencies about allegations of potential neglect and abuse should be handled by the Children's Services Agency in the county where the child lives. We're working to figure out if that happened in this case. State law also says the lead Children's Service Agency for any investigations should be determined by the agency located, quote, in the county in which the alleged child victim or child subject of the report has a residence or legal settlement, in other words, where they live. Herschel's family and a parent volunteer at Ruskin Elementary, where Herschel went to school, said several people called Montgomery County Children's Services about his welfare before his death. We've been working to learn what Montgomery County Children's Services did with those reports. Another key fact here is that probate court records the I-Team uncovered in Clark County show that is where Herschel's grandma had guardianship of him until mid-May. But Grandma told me he started living with his mom here in Dayton in November when Grandma was badly injured in a car crash. Clark County Children's Services told News Center 7 they could not confirm or deny if they had a case involving Herschel's family, but that agency did say since Herschel's death investigation started Saturday, they have had contact with law enforcement here in Montgomery County. Now, we've reached out to Montgomery County Children's Services every day this week. They say they're working on a response, which we still have not received. Also, just in the last 20 minutes, the Ohio Department of Children and Youth, which handles the state oversight of children's services agencies, they told me in a statement, our hearts go out to all involved. DCY is aware of this situation and is gathering information to learn more. As we do, we will be working closely with the local public children's services agencies. Live in the News Center, I'm John Bedell, News Center 7.
All right, John, a lot to process there this afternoon. I know you've been very busy, and this story is not over yet.